Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going to get straight to the core of something that really drives success, your mindset.
It's based on decades of research, actually, from Stanford psychologist Carol Dweck.
Right, and her work looks at how our basic beliefs, about our own abilities, profoundly shape things.
Everything, pretty much. School, work, sports, even relationships.
Exactly. So think of this as like a way to understand what's really pushing you forward or maybe what's holding you back without you even realizing it.
Yeah, and our mission here really is to unpack the two main mindsets Dweck identified.
Because understanding them gives you this shortcut almost to self-awareness.
Precisely, and importantly to growth. This isn't just theory, it's backed by solid research on motivation, learning, development. It's credible stuff.
Okay, so let's tackle the first one, the fixed mindset. What's the core idea listeners need to grasp?
Well, the fundamental belief is that your intelligence, your talents, your abilities, they're basically fixed traits, set in stone.
So you're either born smart or talented or not.
Pretty much, yeah, that's the view. Success, then, is seen as just proof of those built-in qualities.
I think I know people like that. Or maybe I do that sometimes. If something feels hard, maybe I think, oh, I'm just not cut out for this.
That's a classic fixed mindset thought right there. It pops up a lot.
So how does it translate into, like, behavior? What would we actually see?
Well, you often see avoiding challenges because failure feels too risky, right? It might expose that you don't have.
Ah, okay. Fear of looking dumb?
Exactly. And giving up more easily when things get tough. The thinking is kind of, see, I knew I couldn't do it.
And what about effort?
Yeah, this is interesting. Effort can actually be seen negatively. Like, if I were really good at this, I wouldn't need to try so hard.
Oh, okay.
And criticism. It often feels deeply personal, like an attack on your core abilities. Plus, seeing others succeed can feel threatening, like they took a piece of the success pie you wanted.
Got it. That's quite a limiting view, isn't it?
It really can be.
So what's the alternative, the growth mindset?
Yeah.
How does that differ?
It flips that script completely. The core belief here is that abilities, intelligence, they can be developed. Through dedication, hard work, learning, perseverance. Actually doing the work.
So challenges aren't threats?
Nope. They're seen as opportunities. Opportunities to learn, to stretch, to get better. Setbacks aren't failures. They're just data points, learning experiences.
Okay, so how would someone with that mindset act differently?
You'd likely see them embracing challenges, maybe even seeking them out. They understand effort is crucial for mastery. It's not a sign of weakness, it's the path to strength.
And feedback.
They tend to welcome it, even criticism, because it's useful information for improvement. And they often find inspiration, not threat, in other people's success.
It definitely sounds more empowering.
Absolutely. More proactive, more optimistic.
So let's talk application. How does this play out in, say, education?
Oh, it's huge in learning. You might see a student with a fixed mindset cruise along when things are easy, but then hit a wall when it gets hard. They might think, guess I'm not smart enough for this. But the growth mindset student sees the challenge as, well, the whole point.
They value the struggle almost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They value the process, the effort, the improvement, and, crucially, how we praise kids matters here.
Oh, yeah. How so?
Praising effort, wow, you worked really hard on that. That encourages a growth mindset. But praising innate ability, you're so smart, can actually push them towards a fixed one.
Because then they don't want to risk looking not smart later.
You got it. They become afraid to tackle things they might not ace immediately.
Fascinating. Okay, what about at work? Leadership.
Similar patterns. A fixed mindset leader might avoid feedback, maybe to what they know, potentially hindering innovation.
Whereas a growth mindset leader.
They foster learning cultures. They see mistakes as growth opportunities for the team. They invest in developing people. Think of those innovative companies like Jim Collins studied in Good to Great. Often a growth culture there.
Makes sense. In sports, we always talk about natural talent.
Yeah, but talent alone is rarely enough, is it? Dweck points to examples like Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods. Sure, talent, but their drive, their practice, their relentless effort to improve.
That's the growth mindset in action.
Absolutely. Overcoming setbacks, constantly refining skills, that's key.
Even relationships. Does it apply there too?
Briefly, yes. A fixed view might be we're either compatible or not. So conflicts get avoided.
And the growth view?
Sees relationships as something you build. Challenges are chances to understand each other better, to work through things with effort.
Okay, so this is powerful stuff. If someone's listening and recognizing some fixed mindset thinking in themselves, what can they actually do? How do you cultivate a growth mindset?
Well, the first step is just awareness, noticing
Mhm.
those fixed thoughts, like when you think, I can't do this.
Try to reframe it.
Exactly. Reframe it as, I can't do this yet, or I can improve if I practice. It sounds small, but it's a big shift.
Okay, what else?
Actively seek out challenges. Step outside your comfort zone a bit. That's where the growth happens.
And value the effort, not just the win.
Yes. Focus on the process, the dedication, the progress you're making, and learn to see mistakes or failures differently.
As learning opportunities.
Right. Not as proof you're no good, but as clues for what to do next time. Oh, and maybe surround yourself with growth-minded people. It can rub off.
So it really boils down to that core belief Dweck identified.
Hmm.
Are your abilities set in stone, or can they grow?
That's the heart of it. And the research strongly suggests we can grow, we can change.
It unlocks potential, really.
For sure. Potential you might not even know you have.
Okay, so here's a final thought for everyone listening.
Mm-hmm.
Pick one area in your life this week, or maybe you feel a bit stuck,
Mm-hmm.
and just try consciously applying a growth mindset. Embrace a small challenge in that area. Focus on your effort. Reframe any setbacks as learning. See if it shifts anything for you.
It's a simple experiment, but could be quite revealing.
Absolutely. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us today.